Okay guys, I'm teaching you how to rush. So first off, let's have all of our villagers go over here and build one house. Now we're gonna have remember, you want to have about 4 villagers on food. And plan to start moving quickly. Then have your scout try to go out and see if you can find the enemies. Have one of your sheep go around so you can tell them right now. Have the other sheep on standby. Now we're at 6 villagers. For this, we're probably going to stay at about 12 villagers. To learn how to rush a lot better. You see with this guy, what we're going to do is we're actually going to build a mill. And then, rather than doing this, we're going to go and chop down a bunch of trees. We're going to go out with we're going to go and chop why I'm talking like okay, so then what we need to do here is we need to go chop down these trees, but once we're done with that, then and only then we move on to these areas. Then and only then. And you move on to the sheep while having these guys. Remember, we get a little bit more resources. We're gonna go off over here. Start goofing off over here and build 1, 2, 4 more. Have him start building. And remember to build like a building possibly. What you really want to do is only be building houses and sometimes farms if you must. Remember, we need to go to the next stage. We need to have our town center always be building. As you can see, we have our galleys over here. As you can see, Count Baron is over here. So we're gonna first start with we're gonna scout rushing. And while scout rushing is good, it's not gonna really relate to what we're going to do. Now what we next need to do, hold on a second. Sorry. Okay. Go at the sheep. Oh, and do you remember what I was how I'm saying about this land over here? See this? Now you can see, green knows where we are. And then what we need to now do is, to go to the next stage, I guess what we can have him first do. We're gonna have him start moving down to where green is. Then we're also gonna start by doing this. Remember, we don't have that barracks, and we've already got rid of all the food, so this should, in essence, work. First, we start laning his villager, like by rushing. Obviously, do not get too close to the town center like I just did there. And then have him pressure. Now we see where the town center is, so it's obviously going to be a lot harder. Remember to have a couple more men over here. As you can see, our villagers, this is called a full villager rush. I'm gonna go over more examples in other videos, but this is just one type of rush. And you can do these types of rushes anytime. As you can see, our counter on Garrett has a higher score. Why is this specifically? Well, it happens all the time. Technically, you're gonna be behind for like a lot of the game. But then, and that's why it all matters. Then we're gonna go and we're gonna go build this, now we're gonna go and we're gonna go build a mining camp. Try to get as much stone as we can. Remember, while the enemy still has a higher score than us, we have something up our sleeve. Remember what I'm saying about how we have so many villagers right now? Over here, use up all the rest of the machines. And then what we're gonna do is, what I'm gonna then do is we're gonna go and castle rush in. While we're waiting, we have to go quickly start attacking this villager again, trying to pressure. Start going and pressuring these villagers. Remember, pressuring these villagers makes them need to move away from what they're doing. That makes them lose resources. If they lose resources, then that's a problem. But then, at least for them, it's good for us, but bad for them. We actually want them to go away. We don't want them to have an opportunity to play back. In fact, that'd be the worst thing for us. Giving them up. Remember now, we do not actually need, per se, any of this stuff. And now we can go over to the town center. Obviously, we don't have enough resources yet. So now that's our next plan. We're gonna go build another blacksmith. And while you see these guys are over here, they can't do anything. And have them go all the way over to that stone. Go buy some stone on the end. And then we're gonna go and have them build another mining camp right here. Why? Because we want them to all start working. We do not want them to be inactive. And while we also wait for this blacksmith to come up. Now we go right to the next stage. Now, this is where the fun is. We're going to try to immediately go get another mining camp. Right? So now we have 1, 2, 3 mining camps. All of which, all the gold being stolen right here. Now by stealing it, we can also cut down on anything we're about to lose. By actually cutting down to even going down as much as you can. Even if you want, go down to 500 because you're gonna get that stone back. Also, I'm playing on turbo mode to make this not long. This might take a little bit longer. Don't get discouraged if this is the fun part. Well, we first want to notice that we have walls over here. We do not get stone walls of the gods. But the gods will around and then we're gonna go and build. Obviously, he's gonna try to stop us. What we're gonna do is only have them roll through on the command the second they get close to it. That way they can't. That way they do not have the opportunity to react in time. Pull back. Pull back. You see that? Now you have to pull back on both ends. Now we have to go and switch around. Go and pull switcheroo over here. Switcheroo. You can understand my joke. So, obviously, we build. Obviously, right now we can win this fight because he obviously didn't get loom, I don't think. Remember to finish up these walls over here. Then we, again, we want focus. You also do not need that many villagers for this, so you do not actually need to focus about town centers. Mind you, they may try to come around the side, let them. It's gonna be way too long for that. Now what we're gonna do is, we're gonna go and put this here. This is pretty much going to encroach upon literally everything.
Ouvert.
I would be right here, and then we have them build a gate over here. It's going to be near the town center, so you may lose some villagers. That will happen. And yeah, so what? They went to the castle. What we're gonna next do is, with these villagers, you can notice that they did that. So now we're gonna go over here, we're gonna build another castle, we're gonna build a gate. Remember, we only have 24 villagers for this. You can do this for the view is like 10, but I don't recommend it if you want to have a very good job. Now, we're also gonna go and buy a lot more stone. Just enough for right now. We have another tower. Another castle right over here. Now we're gonna go and fully block them off by now building another castle. This location. Now there's 4 castles. You may be thinking, but whoa, man, there's still so many. He still has a higher score than us. It's much higher than us. It's gonna happen. Eventually, we're gonna catch up to the score. Remember, he's not winning right now. See how many castles you have versus him? There's no way to be able to counter a rush like this. Plus, at this point, he's kind of just flatline. Take over. Flatline. Resistance. Over. Flatline, he's dead, he's gone. There's nothing you can do. He's big, doesn't matter. I'm gonna go for a bunch more moves because by the way, leave this. If I see he's better. He's getting more. But let me just tell you this. See right here? Now we've had to score again. This is the fun one. We build this many Huskarls. Remember, Huskarls are going very fast. But now, we can go right off of every jump. And, now you keep talking out Huskarls. And, now. Now, wow! Well, guess what? We now have about, well, actually I don't think we do. Honestly, what I'm trying to say here, at this point in the game, you've eventually done a lot of damage. You now you can implement an extent this villager count, probably not even exist. And now what you need to do is you just need to go and rebuild up the area between Skarls. You can also do this with two castles, but if you really want to be trolling him, you really want to piss him off. I mean, other than the fact that you're just gonna piss him off extremely to the point where he probably quit. He actually still thinks it's smart to fight. As you can see right here, I think Count Baron again. Oh! It appears that he has somehow later back. Probably means that he has a... And then he can run that means that we now have to go this way. Now, we're going to go this way. This allows us to come over in this area. Another important point. You just need to keep looking. It doesn't even matter how long it is. Frankly, it's going to be over eventually. And also, another evil rank lead, in my opinion, if you, frankly, you have no chance. I mean, they have no chance. They cannot win with this kind of defense. You notice we have 4 castles, we have our gold, we have a very, very good economy. But we don't have the dock, we don't really need that. I think we found the last military building. He's either going to resign as human, or he's second, or he's going to... And that's another thing. What we can now do is, sometimes if they're oppositional like that, it'll be a lot harder. As you can see, we just had enough just to get spies. And as you can see, he's trying to rebuild over here. This is gonna be much harder. He has like 4 villagers. It means it's gonna be like 150 times harder for him. This is exactly why he didn't resign. Probably run away. Whatever you do, do not let them alone. And then here's a second job. What we can do is, instead of doing that, we're gonna go and build a wall. Now, here's the thing with this. What you can do is, if you make a wall around this man's base, or to say I should say, then he has no chance of actually being able to stop him. As you can see. I can now stop him. Shoot, I lost my track. What was I saying? Oh my god. That does happen sometimes. Okay. Anyway, after you build a wall, remember one thing. By building this wall, you've officially traveled to such an extent that after the wall has been built, you will not be able to escape. Remember that also. By doing this, you are going to be able to control him significantly, but it's going to be quite annoying. Now, if you want to drag out the game, just know he's not going to resign. This is your friend, co-worker, whoever it is, or your wife. I wouldn't recommend doing this if this was your wife, because otherwise you're not going to get any, never mind. You shouldn't say anything else. It's a kid-friendly channel. But let's just say that your wife is going to make you sleep on the couch, so that's not fun.
Yeah?
And I wouldn't know, I'm not married.
Right.
I hope not, at least. I mean, like, I'm only 15, so. At least at the time I'm making this video. I'll be turning 16 in December, which hopefully I'll be doing more stuff, like more videos. Now remember what we'll do with these is, you're gonna have to start forcing him to do, start forcing him to do a bad position. By practically building around him. You see what I've done here is, actually also another thing you can do is, you can choose to, you can do a longer thing, because of the turbo mode thing. It might take a little longer if you don't have turbo mode, but if you do have turbo mode, it allows you to easily peasily do this, where you have this huge lumberjack setup, and now you're mining all the gold behind him, the wood behind him, that's defending his location. His location can't be defended from his spawn. You may be wondering, what am I supposed to do with green villagers? Yeah, he's just trying to run away. He's trying to run away, is he doing a good job of it? No. Now another thing you can do is bring out all the men and, yeah, basically just don't let him do anything like that. Especially that would be very bad. Now, you also need to have, as you can see, now we actually have a lot more time to go build villagers. And now, we're gonna go spam out these villagers, and because remember that gold from earlier, now this is the time that we let actually, not even gold. Focus on stone. So, the main steps of this, focus on stone and castles, then focus on gold to try to rush it. Remember, the AI is going to, if you do it against the AI, run away, because the AI will then feel like you're not a threat, will then think you're not a threat, and will go away and continue what it's doing. If it's a human, you may need to just keep pressuring him. Yeah, if you don't keep pressuring him, eventually it's going to be a bit of a problem. Now, what you can also do is, if you really want to troll him, and I should probably give you this before I say anything. Warning! This mod is immoral and I wouldn't do it. If you do this, you're most likely to get banned from lobbies, not from the actual game. They won't ban you for this. But it would be very, but you won't get invited to a lot of lobbies. Now what you can do is you can build a bunch of towers, rather than build castles. Take up space. Why don't you just do this? Remember, another fun thing you can do if you want to rush it even worse is just wall off it. As you can see, this thing right here, his little house. So then what we can do is, we can have all of our troops then come to this over here. And with these two villagers right here, I'm gonna go build a wall. And now this is trapping him to such an extent, it's getting even harder. As you notice, he still manages to get a couple of villagers out every so often. That's gonna happen. If you don't want the game to last a long time, villagers to keep them up, definitely don't do this method of just killing the cats, squirrels, whatever else you want to build. And if you do want the game to be short, then maybe that's a smart idea. I don't really know what the people think. Now we're going to go over here. We're going to have this villager come over here. Obviously, we're going to leave this villager. Another fun challenge you can do, another little bit, is don't build any, or you can just choose not to send any military units. Even try to rush him, but not just rushing him with a Scarl, villager rush. This is part 3, tower and villager rush. I did a castle first, the most type that would probably be the most fun to do. If you want to be a pain in the real ass, do this. As you can see, I'm sending my remaining villagers in that. Obviously, you're going to lose every single one of the villagers doing this. Remember, at this point, it's not enough for you to be able to withstand the attack. Obviously, if that does not work, then you can just do this. Castle and tower. Castle and tower rush is even more fun, because then you can build a castle on them. And I mean, while building castles is annoying for the other player, also because I don't want the game to get insanely long, I'm gonna just kill him miserably with my Scarls. This is the final rush. It's kind of obvious. Oh, another funny thing you can do? If lots of people start on it, contribute him all your resources just as you're about to kill him. That will make him off so bad. It will make him so bad As you can see, we killed the last villager. We have about 5 castles. Well, that would have been the 5th if it came up. We had a better military economy, better society. And we also had more units that we killed. We lost 7 318 buildings. We had a 30th army. We collected the most wood, stone, and gold by a landslide, and wood by a small amount. And we also collected the most stone by an entire landslide. Technology, we had the fastest times, as well as having the most castles and villagers high. And we just won comfortably. Now, that was against one easier boss to show off how it works. If it was going up against an extreme AI, I probably would have just rushed him immediately and put him out of his misery rather than toying around with him. Because the longer it takes with an AI, especially one of the better AIs, the better chance they have of actually beating him. So if you're not, ready to do that, then definitely max blitzkrieg on them. Just finish them, come out of the misery. Makes it easier for him and for me. This is Matthew Scarpa, live on YouTube. If you're interested in any of my scenarios that I'm doing for campaigns on learning, please reach out to me on my YouTube channel or the email that I have in my bio. Thank you. Have a great day.